Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to Championship Season. We are now on episode 4. I'm sorry it was meant to be out weeks ago, I know. Funnily enough, I was actually filming the practice session the very day I put out China, and then my laptop, of all the times it could, decided to crash on me. Crashed while I was recording the practice session 6. So we've lost the practice session, but at least it was the practice session and not the freaking race, because if we missed the race then we've basically lost the chunk of recording. But we've only lost the practice session recording. It's corrupted, I can't do anything with it, so I've had to get rid of it. But we are gonna just go straight into the one-shot quali and just do what we can do. To remind everyone of the championship season, we are Sebastian Vettel. We are third in the drivers as it stands at the moment. We've not had good races. The only rule is that the AI difficulty is on the hardest difficulty. That is the only rule. So obviously to keep up with these guys you've got to be on it. So, but that is the only rule for this championship season. The only rule I'll keep.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit. It's 6 o'clock and qualifying is about to begin. Before the cars take to the track to start qualifying, who are you expecting to have a good session today?
Well, I certainly think Sebastian will be strong here. He really loves this circuit, and as long as he has the car performance, you can expect him to be right up there challenging for pole.
Right, so Bahrain, one of the races to run at night, and while I've been away because of my recording being corrupted, I actually found some setups. So we're gonna load my car setup on to see if it does any difference. It's not my preferred setup, it's a setup I found online, and it apparently gives you these extra seconds, and I've tried it, it actually does. To be fair, it actually gave me about 6 to 7 tenths on this track, so we'll see. But we're gonna go straight on the soft compound and go for pole. I'm just hoping this setup actually gives me something. So we're going down the straight now. I'm sorry if I don't talk much on the quali lap, it's only because I'm trying to concentrate, so we're right on pole's tail. That's not what we wanted. Not the corner we wanted there. That double left-hander does catch you out. And quicker through that corner than Hamilton there. So we were not on pole, we were slower than Hamilton, but it was only by fractions, so I'm quite happy to take that, because we could always get the better start and jump him into the first corner. So it's third.
Session has been for Mercedes today.
It was
to the front row of the grid for tomorrow's race.
They've really worked hard this weekend, and it seems they've been able to set up the cars perfectly today. Whether this will translate into race pace tomorrow, well,
that was a tight quali, I must confess. That was a really tight quali. I had him, then I didn't, then I caught up again, but then I lost track. That double left-hander, the turn 9 and 10, really mucked me up then. I broke too late, and obviously you can't brake and turn at the same time, so you're just going straight sort of thing. So I went too wide, so I would have been closer if I got that corner right, but doesn't matter, we're third. It could be worse, so we just got to pile straight into the race and do it.
It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening here in Sakhir, and that means it's nearly time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. With over 30 P1s to his name, Lewis Hamilton's already one of the most successful pole sitters in Formula One history. Well, he's added to that impressive tally this weekend, and today he'll be hoping he can add another win to his record as well.
He was driving on another level yesterday, so it wouldn't be a surprise if he just pulls away from the field and is untouchable. But as we know, anything can happen in Formula One, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Who do you think is set for a strong outing here today?
I thought Felipe Massa's long-run pace in practice looked strong, and he also had good single-lap performance in qualifying yesterday. I'm sure he'll be wanting to convert that into points today.
Oh yeah, another thing I'm going to say now. If I'm driving a bit weird today, I do apologise. Literally, I've not been on this steering wheel since I've been on Forza 6, and I've been on Forza 6 all week because it came out obviously last week, as you guys know. And my force feedback's broken, so obviously when I turn the car, I have to fight the steering wheel because obviously the force feedback's feeding through to my wheel, but it's actually broken. So, like, I've unplugged it, replugged it back in, turned the wheel off and on again to try and make it work, and the force feedback isn't. It only cuts in when I turn the wheel about halfway, so I'm going to be trying to do it somehow, but just fuck it, I don't care. Let's just look at the strategy. So lap 67 for pit stop, onto the primes. 14 laps should take about 20 minutes. Pretty standard, as you guys know. So let's just dive in. Let's just do it.
You have a great chance of taking home the win today. Let's make this work for us.
So that's Raikkonen on the right hand side there. He's got a better start than me. Got better exit there than Raikkonen, so I'm going to be up his inside. I'm going to try and take Rosberg as well, and I've done Rosberg. That's second place, nailed down.
Green flag, we're racing again.
Let's see if I can try and keep up with Hamilton at least, because I was with him in quali, so if I can keep up with him and get in the DRS zone, hopefully an overtake could be on. Raikkonen's done Rosberg as well, so that's 2 Ferraris in the top 3, which is good for the constructors at least. But it looks like Mercedes and Hamilton might walk this. He's already pulling away from me as it is. And look, as you can see, I've got my foot down to just try and keep up with him. It's that hard on the hardest difficulty ever, which I think is legendary. And I've got my foot absolutely planted to the floor to try and keep up with him, and it's hard, man. So 1.6 the gap to in front. I think my setup's working well. It's actually keeping me in second, which is surprising. I thought it dropped me back because it's quite a substantial lower downforce setting.
Raikkonen's just behind you. Try to pull the gap.
So I'm surprised I'm actually keeping up with Hamilton and I'm actually pulling away from Raikkonen. That corner was nailed on splendidly, that was. That's probably the best turning I've done for that corner ever on this game. Force feedback's still broken, which don't help. They actually closed in on Hamilton by a couple of tenths on this lap. But he's probably made that up already. Oh, I've actually done the fastest lap though, which is promising.
Within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. You're pulling out your lead over Raikkonen. He's lapping 5/10 slower than you.
Got a lot of oversteer on the setup on this car. That's what I prefer really, I like oversteer. I just like drifting the car. This lap's not been good, it's been really scruffy this lap. Raikkonen's kept up with it. At least I've got Raikkonen as a buffer to Rosberg sort of thing.
2 laps until our pit window opens. We're going to be on the
2.1 seconds. That was not a good turn 1 whatsoever, man. That was just bad. Raikkonen's slowly closing in on me now, so he's in the DRS range.
tyres are hot, softer into the corners. We need to start cooling.
2.5 seconds then it gets Hamilton.
The track is clear. Green flag. Slightly faster than you, he's catching you by around 3/10 a lap. Starting fuel is now being used, so that's 3/4 remaining. 3/4. You need to cool your brakes, go easier on them into the corners.
Someone's already in the pits, as you can see on the map. went to see struggle. Stewards. I was trying to remember what they called them. I should remember. I watched the race this morning. Like seriously.
Hamilton's in first place.
Raikkonen really left Rosberg behind, you know.
Window is open. The pit window is open. Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run faster engine mode for a bit.
Engineer saying there that we've got some fuel for the end of the race, which is good. So I'm going to try and see if we can attack Hamilton at some stage.
Box.
Hamilton's gone into the pits. We're going to also dive in. Right on his tail. Exit right on his tail again. 2.4 seconds is a good stop. We're still behind Hamilton, but we're still close to him, so
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
yeah, I ain't having no forcing you to try and cut me off. What are you trying to do, bro? Get back.
The car behind is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
Just gonna turn the fuel mix up, just because we're right behind Hamilton. Sniffing a chance here. 60% of our starting fuel remains. That's 60% of our starting fuel. 7/10 behind Hamilton. Look at that, he's right in front of us. Hamilton's right there! Come on! We're gonna have him! We're gonna do Hamilton in turn 1! That's the lead!
Mercedes crew are preparing for a stop.
Oh! We've done Hamilton into turn 1, we're in the lead of the race! We're leading the race! God! Now we've got a race on our hands, ladies and gents. Now we have a race on our hands. Now we've got to keep him behind as much as possible. He's gonna be right over my arse. That's the most excited I've ever been overtaking someone. It generally is. I've even got more excited overtaking Hamilton just then than I do with people online. That is mad. Oh man, I'm so static that I just done that. Bounce is still as quick as us, so he's going to be on our gearbox. So now we just got to hold off. And that means literally pushing to the limit. Quite literally. 8 tenths the gap. Look at that. Right on my arse. It's going to be a good race. Rosberg's done Raikkonen in the pit stops as well, so Rosberg's down to third. Lap 9 out of 14. No. Hamilton's got DRS and Rat to defend. Stay in the middle of the throw.
Right, 50% fuel remaining.
Forcing wide.
50% of our starting fuel load remains.
Had to force him wide there, I had no choice. I have to defend my lead like it's my life. This could be my first win of the season, something I actually need. Because I know I can drive as quick as these Mercs. I know I can, and I will. I am determined to get my win. A win that I could have had in China if I reacted right. Instead of weather, but I didn't. So I'm having my win. Literally, I just got to block past him every time. Cannot let him go. I exceeded track limits so much right now just to keep my lead. That's how badly I want this win. Just gonna slowly go to the right just so he's out of my slipstream and slowly come back in. Sorry I'm so quiet, I'm just concentrating so hard to keep this lead, it's ridiculous.
It looks like we're down to 40% of our initial fuel load. That's
I'm concentrating so hard just to keep this lead, it's ridiculous. Don't even realise how hard I concentrate right now.
okay, you're looking at rear tyres. You might want to move the brake balance forward.
No, you're not coming past me. Go away, Hamilton. Hamilton's literally all over my gearbox now. He's that close. Got good traction coming out of the last corner, so it should keep him out of my range for the DRS. Just. I hope. Oh, he's there! Come on, we've got 3 laps left. Come on. We can do this. He's literally so close to us. I've just realised Raikkonen's dropped out of the top 4. I don't know where he's gone, but he's not in the top 4 anymore. So, I don't know what's happened to him, but we'll soon find out. Easy into the next corners, engineer. You're having a laugh. I've got someone up my fucking arse here. That was good. That was a good exit.
You're going out a small gap on Hamilton each lap.
And because I've holded Hamilton up so much, because I'm clearly not on his pace, look who's caught up. Rosberg is in there, and he's not far. He's actually caught us up dramatically. Rosberg is now with us. That was a good corner again. I've just seen Raikkonen on the map. He's dropped well down the field, so something's happened to Raikkonen here, but I'm not sure what. Just concentrating so hard to just keep my lead. Come on! That was a good exit again. This is the final lap now. The final lap. I've got to hold my lead for one more lap, please!
We've burned off 3/4 of our initial fuel load. There's 25% remaining.
Please, one more lap. I beg so hard right now. Please, let me have my win. Hamilton, please go away. Just for now, please. I know I support you and I like you a lot and everything. Just please, just leave me alone for this race, please. I beg. Please. Nah, please. Nah, please. I think I might have just done it. He didn't overtake. I think I might have just won this race. I just won. All because of me putting the fuel mix up and overtaking. There's the line! Come to me! Yes! Yes! My first win of the season. Oh man. Yes! You do not know how hard I just concentrated for that win. Literally, I'm glued to the TV still. I'm still concentrating. Oh, jeez.
So Sebastian Vettel takes the win after an imperious drive today. It was a well-deserved victory as well for the German driver.
Sometimes a driver just feels comfortable in the car and is dialed into the track, making for an unbeatable combination.
After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
That is by far one of the hardest races I've ever had to do in my life, ever. Because this is probably the first time I've done a championship season on any Formula 1 game that has been done by Codemasters on the hardest difficulty. It's the first time that I've done it, and even though I had the fastest lap by 0.04 of a second, that is by far the hardest race I think I've ever had to do in my life, even harder than online races. But there we are, that is the first win of the season. Finally come at the 4th race, which is absolutely ecstatic, which is brilliant. Lewis in 2nd and Rosberg in 3rd. Don't think Rosberg could have got Hamilton anyway. Raikkonen dropped to 15th, he had to stop twice. So Raikkonen did 2 stops, which is quite odd. And then there are the 2 DNFs, Nazar and Massa. God, it feels weird saying Massa and Nasser at the same time. It feels like you're saying the same person when you're actually not. But anyways, what am I talking about? I should be celebrating a fucking victory. But anyways, let's just... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally clicked on replay. But right, let's see the standings. So I'm still in... I've gone up to 2nd in the standings now. I've overtaken Rosberg. He is now reduced to a 22 point gap at the top of the table. Obviously Hamilton there for winning the first 2 races, I believe. Yeah, the first 2 races. No, he won China and he won Australia, and Rosberg won the other one. I remember now. But yeah, there we are. First victory of the season. Those are the standings. Quick look at the constructors. We're 47 behind Mercs. As I've said in a previous video, we're probably not going to win the constructors purely because the Mercedes are just too dominant for me to handle. So, but anyways, I'm going to leave you there with the standings. Thank you very much for watching the 4th race of the season in Bahrain. We are going to Spain with very, very, very high hopes. Now I've done that win. We are in high hopes for the next couple of races for sure, definitely. But I'm going to leave you with the standings. Thank you for watching, and peace out, yo. I've won. Anyways, thank you guys watching. See ya.